In the land of Oduala, where the wind sings through tamarind trees and the crown rests heavy with duty, a love once dared to bloom between those not meant to meet, the prince and the maid's daughter. Amina was born in the palace. Her first steps were taken on polished marble floors, and her lullabies were the whispers of maids at dusk. Her mother, Yejide, served Queen Bali since before the queen married the king. Because of this loyalty, Amina was allowed to live in the palace quarters, attend lessons with the royal tutors, and eat from the queen's kitchen, though always from separate plates. Despite the marble and gold, Amina knew her place. "You're not one of them, Amina," her mother would remind her often. "You are in the palace, but not of it." Amina never complained. She studied hard, learned court etiquette, helped with chores, and found joy in the smallest freedoms, like walking through the royal garden at dawn when no one was looking. And that's where Prince Kamau found her. Kamau had always known of Amina, but never really seen her, not until the day he stumbled into the garden chasing his hunting falcon. She was under the great tamarind tree, sketching with charcoal on cloth. "What are you drawing?" he asked. Amina startled. She bowed quickly, dropping the cloth. Kamau picked it up. "It's beautiful. That's the grove near the southern border, isn't it?" "Yes, Your Highness," she replied, not daring to meet his eyes. But Kamau wasn't like the other royals. He sat beside her. He asked questions. He listened. From that day, the tamarind tree became their place. In secret, they met, discussing stars, reading poetry, and laughing about court gossip. Amina was witty. Kamau was thoughtful. They taught each other what books could not. And slowly, quietly, love bloomed like wildflowers in forbidden soil. But love in Oduala did not come without rules. Rumors began. A Maid's daughter and the future king, the queen was furious. "She's clever, yes," Queen Bali said, voice sharp as a blade, "but love does not erase bloodlines." Yejide was summoned and scolded. "I've served you since I was a girl," she pleaded. "My daughter has done nothing wrong." "She overstepped," Mbali snapped. "I'll not have my son distracted by dreams of the poor." To protect Amina, Yejide begged her to end it. "You don't understand, my child. You can live near power, but never mistake it for yours." Heartbroken, Amina agreed. When Kamau came to the tree, she wasn't there. That very week, the kingdom fell into chaos. A neighboring chief accused Oduala of hoarding water during drought. War threatened. Kamau was sent on a diplomatic mission across the river. Before leaving, he slipped a tamarind seed wrapped in a love note into Amina's room. "Plant this if you believe in us. I will return." Weeks passed. No word. Then news. The prince's caravan was attacked. He was missing, possibly dead. The palace wept. Amina refused to believe it. She went to Iya Ofe, the village seer. "I've seen a future where he returns, but only if you go," the old woman whispered. "You know the tamarind paths better than any." With her mother's reluctant blessing, Amina disguised herself and joined a merchant caravan heading east. 3 days through wild savanna and crocodile-infested rivers, Amina followed clues. Finally, she found Kamau, injured but alive, hidden in a rebel healer's hut. He had survived by pretending to be a servant. When he saw her, he broke down. "You came?" "I planted the seed," she said, opening her pouch to reveal a sprouting tamarind twig. They returned to Oduala like ghosts from the afterlife. The queen was stunned. The people rejoiced. Word spread. The prince was saved by a maid's daughter. Even the king, usually bound by tradition, looked at Amina differently. "She crossed rivers for you," he told Kamau. "Would you do less for her?" Months passed. The kingdom healed. At the edge of the palace garden, under the same tamarind tree where they first spoke, Kamau asked for Amina's hand. Not as a secret, not as shame, but as his future queen. It was not easy. Some nobles left court. Some villagers called her a seductress. But many saw their love as a new dawn. The king gave his blessing. The queen? She remained silent until the day she came to Yejide and said, "Your daughter is not palace-born, but perhaps she is palace-made." And when Amina walked down the path, dressed in golden kente with tamarind leaves braided into her hair. Even the trees seemed to bow in the wind. Years later, a tamarind grove stood behind the palace, planted by Amina herself. She ruled beside Kamau not just as a queen, but as a bridge between the two Odualas, the one of silks and crowns, and the one of cloth and calloused hands. And at its center, the original tamarind tree remained, old, twisted, sacred, where love first took root.